Hi, I'm Nerys Llewellyn-Jones, and I'm going to present this webinar on drafting grazing licenses. I'm a solicitor specialising in agricultural law, working across England and Wales, and also I've got a background in farming as well, so that helps perhaps in terms of being able to talk about some of the practical difficulties and considerations when we're looking at grazing licenses. So from a point of view of what this course is going to cover for you, what we're going to do is kind of consider what the differences are between a grazing license, an agricultural tenancy, and what we refer to as a profit of Prendre, and I'll explain what that is shortly. But sometimes you might be asked by a client, what's the difference between them and which one is the most appropriate for me? And this webinar will cover that for you. Also, we sometimes come across oral arrangements in relation to the occupation of land, and how to deal with resolving those into writing and when it is important to do so will also be covered. And furthermore, what we're going to look at is how we know what to do in relation to what type of agreement is most appropriate when it comes to the agri-environment schemes that are now available to farmers, such as the Environmental Land Management Scheme in England and also the Sustainable Farming Scheme in Wales. And we'll look at what kind of indemnities and warranties and things that we should be including within the agreements. So we'll talk about the various types of grazing agreements that can be made. We'll talk about the dangers of not making or having a written agreement in place. We'll talk about the types of terms that we should have included within our grazing agreement for livestock purposes. And then we'll also talk about that in the context of a profit of Prendre and how that differs.